Right, so I wanted to just show you guys a couple of things in ALEKS. So I already showed you how you're going to bounce around from module A to module B. So was everybody able to do that, to bounce back and forth? You're going to click the arrow here next to Unit 1 Module B, and then you can move up to Unit 1 Module A, and you just need to pick one of the problems, so it lets you move up there. And then the other thing I wanted to show you guys is I've been embedding videos into ALEKS to help you guys. So the way you'll know if there's a video by me is you'll see up here above the calculator. So this calculator, if it's available, will look like that. If it's not available, it's going to have an X through it. And if I created a video, my video is going to show up above the calculator. You guys all see that, so you know where to look for it. So if you're stuck on a problem and you've looked at the help, these are all our helps down here on the side. So let me just make sure you guys know what there is. So down here on the side, if there's a calculator, I always recommend using their calculator because it'll give you the kind of calculator you need. And then this is videos. These are videos that ALEKS embedded. And then there's the ebook, which nobody ever really reads their math ebook, so students don't usually bother opening that, but you can. But it actually takes you to the book. This is a dictionary, so it's going to tell you what the definition is of the area of the area, I think. And then this one is important. This is the message center, and this will send a message to your instructor. So you can use this and it'll send this exact problem. The other thing that you can do so that Mr. Musin and I both get it is just take a picture of it and then post it in Teams. And then we'll both see it. Okay, because otherwise the email actually goes to him, not to me. But he'll respond and help you with it. So that's also good. And then, so these videos, when I've created one, I always recommend review their explanation first. Here's their explanation. Their explanation of this particular problem is confusing to almost every student. It's hardly ever the case that a student can read this explanation and understand what to do. So for this one, I've created a video and my video is right here. And so if you just click this, there's actually a video that's the circumference and area of a circle, which is the formula is up at the top there on the board. And then this is the one for this problem. And if you click it, you can see it just opens up and it goes into my explanation. So here we are. Okay. For the ones in Unit 1A, my videos are a little longer just because the things I did videos on are a little bit more complicated. But when we go into 1B, I want to show you, I made videos for all the word problems. So here's a word problem with multiplication or division with mixed numbers. And I have a video, and this video, I just want to show you, this is like 2 minutes long. Oh, no, that one's 8 minutes long. My bad, that must have been a harder one. Let's go back. We'll do another word problem, because most of these are really short. Here's another word problem one, and here's a video. So this one is 5 minutes.
Great. So this question asks,
and I might have done 2 examples. So a lot of times you'll be able to watch one and then get it. If they're hard problems, I usually do at least 2 examples. So I explain how to set it up, and then I'll do a couple of examples for you. So I wanted you all to know that, so you know how to get around and see my videos. And then I also want you guys to know how to do the quizzes. So when a quiz is open, so first of all, when a practice quiz is open, it'll show up here at the top. And the practice quizzes are actually optional, so you guys don't have to take them, but you can. If you've completed 100% of the topics in Unit 1, Module A, you probably don't need to take the practice quiz, but if you haven't, you can take the practice quiz. And once you're ready to start, you just click Get Started, and it'll show how many attempts that you have. And let's just go in and do a couple of problems. It works the same way. Actually, let me open a quiz instead. It works the same way for the quizzes, so I'm going to open a quiz instead. Oops. Go ahead and just submit this. So once you open a practice quiz or a quiz, ALEKS won't let you do anything else until you submit it. But if it's a practice quiz, you can submit it whenever, because it doesn't keep the grade. Yeah, so let's take an actual quiz. Maybe. I might not be able to take an actual quiz. I'm only able to do the practice quizzes, I think.
So the practice quiz from module A,
Mhm.
we have to do that, that's due today, right?
So the practice quiz is not graded. You guys do not have to take the practice quiz.
Okay, so the unit 1 module quiz,
That one is graded.
and that's due today.
The quiz?
Yeah, it says due December 16th at 10:30.
Okay, let me go and fix it. I usually set them up so they're due on Sunday. I'll change it. Especially those of you that weren't here the other day, like you're not ready probably to take it today. So in any case, I want to show you guys how to take a quiz. I'm very confused why I can't take the quiz. Strange to me, I only have access to the practice quiz. All right, so we'll go ahead and start the practice quiz. Since I only have access to a practice quiz, you just pick a couple of problems to do. What I mainly wanted to show you is what happens when you're done. Right, I'm just going to go ahead and submit it. Okay, so whenever you take a quiz and you submit it, at the bottom it'll always give you these three choices: assignment list, retake, report. And so you always want to look at your report because you always get 2 takes on your quiz. So when you click on the report, it's going to show you what you got right. I only answered 2 questions. Shows you what you got right, and then it also shows you what you got wrong. And you can click on what you got wrong, or even what you got right. But over here, these eyeglasses, so make sure everybody sees them over here. They're eyeglasses. And when you click on those, that'll open up an explanation. So you can go in and look at how to do it. So when it goes step by step, right, just like it would if you were learning it for the first time in ALEKS. It'll go through and show you how to solve it. And you guys can take notes. And when you take notes, you want to number them. Because when you do the retake, it's only going to give you what you missed. So anything you got right, it won't make you do it a second time. It's only going to give you what you missed. And it's going to give you a question similar to this. So for number 1, it's going to give you a question that's similar to this for number 1. Okay. And then for number 2, it's going to give you a question similar to this one for number 2 as well. So you can read the explanation. You can also, if you feel like the explanation isn't enough and you need to practice it, you can either go back to the practice quiz and look for a similar problem, or go into the homework and look for homework problems on order numbers from least to greatest. So you can look for the topic that's order numbers from least to greatest, so you can review it or do that. And then when you go, so I want to show you, if you closed out of this without looking at this report, so we went somewhere else, we left, we came back, the way you would see it is you're going to go to assignments, and then you're going to click on the grade for that quiz. And when I click on the grade, it takes me into the report. If you click on the quiz, like the title, it'll take you where it only lets you do a retake. So again, if you're in assignments and you click on the grade, the actual grade, if I click here, I can't see anything. It just gives me to start the quiz. But if I click on the actual grade, it'll show me the report. I can go in and open the ones I missed. Click this to see the explanation, see how to do it, and then take notes. And then when I come back in to retake it, it's going to give me something similar for this problem. So, and then when you retake it, this is not a quiz, it's practice, so it's going to retake the whole thing. But when you click the retake, these two problems that I got right won't be in the retake. The retake will only include the problems that I missed. So there's no reason, guys, to ever not do a retake of a quiz, right? Because you're only going to have to do what you missed the first time, and you can't do worse on the second take. You can only improve your grade. So if you only missed 2 and you had an 80%, when you go in and do the retake, you can either get an 80, a 90, or 100 if you get the 2 right that you missed. So you should be able to keep your quiz scores really high because of that. So I really want you guys, if at all possible, to take the first quiz tonight so that if you have questions about this part, so I can come over and help you with it. Does anybody have any questions about the quiz? So that's because you were doing a practice quiz.
Oh, okay.
So the practice quiz gives you, but I'm glad you mentioned that. So the practice quiz gives you unlimited retakes, and it'll give you different problems every time, and it'll give you all of the problems every time. But the quiz itself, and I couldn't open one. Maybe I can open one from my other class. I don't know why I'm not seeing a quiz in there. Let me see if I can open one from my other class. All right, I'm going to try opening my other class. I think I can take a quiz. All right, so here I took the Unit 1A quiz and I got 3 right. So when I go in to look at my report, I can see what I missed, right? I can click this and see how to solve the problems that I missed. I can take notes. And then when you go in to take the retake, I'm going to go ahead and do that so you guys can see what happens. So, oops, when I'm done. Okay, so when I'm done looking at it and I'm ready to retake it, you'll click this quick retake, and I just want to show you. So remember, I had 2 right. So those 2, or I had 3 right. Those 3 problems, see how they always already show that they're correct? And you can't even click on them. So it'll only give you the ones you missed, and it's going to give them in the same order they were the first time. So number 1 is going to be really similar to the number 1 that I had on the first quiz. And number 4 is going to be similar to what I had on the first quiz. That's why I think it's important when you're taking the quizzes to number the problems and take notes, even when you do it the first time, because you can use that to help you with the final exam. The final exam is comprehensive. It covers everything in the class, right? So now you can probably see how you can't get a worse score because it already gave me credit for the things I got right. Okay, any questions about that, guys? All right.
What time you gonna let us do that again?
So I always keep you guys the whole time because normally you need it to do all of the math. So